What to wear to Paris 2023. Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Brie Lamberson, a personal stylist, and I'm going to be sharing with you all my best tips for what you should wear to Paris. Packing can be such a nightmare, so I've got you covered. If you're planning a trip to Paris early November, this video is going to help you out a lot. Okay, first things first is the weather. It's so important to take into consideration the weather and what you're going to be doing. So the weather, the itinerary, events that you might have, and your personal style, plus how long you're actually going to be traveling. All of those things like combine together to create your ideal wardrobe. You can get a lot with a little, and we're going to talk about that in the later portion of the video where I share my outfits with you. I've got loads of outfits. I mean, I want to say probably over 10, maybe more. And these are all very simple, very wearable, highly functional, but very chic and stylish looks for you to try to recreate. The most important thing that you need to keep in mind is the weather, because it is starting to get really cold and it is very rainy in Paris. So the weather is going to be a wild card. I really recommend that you're constantly checking what the weather is and looking for updates at the same time. The next really important consideration to make is what your itinerary is, because you might be somebody that is like hardcore touristing everything, but you still want to look really cool and cute and put together. That's going to change what shoes you pack immediately, and it really would change, for me at least, the bottoms I'm going to be bringing and some of the more fancy items I might decide to bring. And we'll get into that a little bit later in the video, but you really want to focus heavily on your shoes being very comfortable. So skip any kind of stiletto, skip any kind of heeled, high-heeled shoe or heeled booty. Make sure that your feet are super comfortable, and I would just only focus on waterproof shoes like waterproof tennis shoes, or even a combat boot, or even a really like a low-heeled cute boot, the lowest heel that you can get. I just want to make sure that when you're going, you feel comfortable and you feel chic and put together without worrying about how you feel, because if you're in ultra tourist mode, then you're going to want to do all the fun things, and you want very comfortable walkable shoes. Our shoes can make or break our look, and when we also don't feel comfortable, we tend to not look chic, because feeling comfortable is how you present confidence and project confidence. If you're just like slumping around the city all day long because your feet are killing you, you're not gonna look cute, I promise you that. If I'm packing for Paris, I don't want to bring things to Paris that I'm not going to be able to use, because that space is quite limited, especially if you're doing just a carry-on. Okay, next consideration you really need to make is what's on your actual like to-do list. But if you have something fancy planned, then you need to have the right shoes and the right outfits for that. Wouldn't even really consider that to be like one of the, you know, days that you're packing for. Like that needs to be a whole separate thing unto itself. But a lot of casual things that you can wear on like for street style could be restyled for a more elevated look, and I have an outfit to share with you later in the video that I think is so to die for. There is a way to take, like, let's say jeans and elevate it for a date night look if that's something that you're going to be doing. Next up is how long are you going to be in Paris, because if you're going to be there for more than 10 days, which would be amazing, then you're going to need to pack a little bit more, and I would seriously consider bringing a few extra changes of shoes or bottoms, and then just really kind of like, you know, explode your top situation, because your tops are really what create new outfits and new looks. Bottoms, if you have 2 to 3 bottoms, you can create countless looks with like 10 tops. And with little lightweight blouses like this, you can pack a lot into a carry-on as long as it's like packed properly. So keep in mind that that's how you can create lots of styled outfits. What I'd like to do now is actually pop over to Instagram and talk about style inspiration, because I could give you an ideal packing list about what to wear to Paris, but it may not be your exact style. And so everything that I'm going to be sharing with you is based on what real Parisian women are wearing. So let's get inspired together. First up for my style inspiration is Lena Farrell, and she's been a constant source of inspiration for me. I've mentioned her in several of my videos already, but I love that she's got this kind of classic outfit combination of a wool coat, jeans, very walkable boots, and a sweater, simple bag. And she's repaired that look with like shorts and tights and boots. So it's something that very much works. So you can get a lot from a little, and I think if you stick to a cohesive color palette, it would really work out well in your favor. You could even bring a pair of trousers along with you and just continue to rotate those pieces in and out until you get the perfect combination of outfits. I think these are like classic wardrobe staples that you probably have in your closet. You might not have just seen them in a new light. And then of course you can always go with like a beautiful knee-high boot would be so killer. Next up is Léa Spez. I love this woman. She has just got so many great style moments, and you can see that in her fall outfits she is featuring leather pretty prominently, so you could consider bringing a leather jacket with you. Something like that would be really chic. And I also love that, again, she's featuring denim in a couple different ways, whether it's like a denim jacket or, you know, just her favorite pair of jeans or a denim shirt. I think that this woman just knows how to make basics look super elevated. So you've got a basic pair of jeans, but you've got an incredible like tweed textured Chanel trench coat paired with it. One of my all-time favorite girlies, and you've seen me mention her on the channel a ton, is Monica Ainley, DLV. So she does this really cool thing in the fall that I've noticed is she leans heavily into her sock game. So adorable. Consider like a black sock or brown sock, maybe even a pop of green or red would be so chic and cute. She's wearing these beautiful M. Parsons shoes, which are to die for. I love them, and I think the heel, the block heel, is very walkable. So simple jeans, white button up, cute shoes, you're on to something magical. You could even bring a puffer jacket with you and just make it really chic. Go for some charcoal denim if you don't love blue denim, and make a nice relaxed fit with some beautiful boots that are flat, and I just think you can look so chic and elevated with a few simple little pieces. Rue Rodier, Marissa Cox, practicing Parisian. She has some really adorable outfits. I love this white boucle jacket she has paired with a white turtleneck and some jeans, definitely recreating that. And then she's added some sparkle with this beautiful bag and great sunglasses. Okay, now she's got this great sort of like probably a wool blend blazer with some wide leg jeans and some dad sneakers and a really chic elevated handbag. And I can't handle this gorgeous knit set that she has. Pairing it with a nice high-waisted black pant and this really beautiful cardigan set. Oh my gosh, so stunning. She's kind of recreated that look in a way with a pair of charcoal denim, and I think it's the same cardigan, just paired with that same blazer. So you can really mix and match your pieces and get a lot of wear out of a few things. It's all about the layering. You know, going in deep winter, that's a whole different video that I do plan on making, but think about using thinner layers of natural fibers. That way you can really insulate yourself very well, but naturally. So, and don't forget those cool Monica socks that I talked about, because that will help you out a lot. Here are the looks. I hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you on the other side. Full disclosure, I did film all of these outfits before actually traveling to Paris, so I've got some ideas, but let's go ahead and jump in. This is the James jumper from Cezanne. This would be perfect to wear to Paris in November because it is super thick and it's wool, so you're going to be incredibly warm. I'm throwing on my H&M trench coat. I've got my And Other Stories jeans and these boots from J. Crew, the Stevie boots. I wouldn't wear this boot if you're going to be doing a lot of walking. I would opt for a combat boot or a tennis shoe, but otherwise this look would be great if you added a hat and maybe some gloves and a cute scarf. Next up, I did bring these pants and those jeans with me to Paris. These are my old And Other Stories trousers, and this is a cashmere sweater from Frame, and I've paired it with a Donna Karan blazer. This is like a cropped wool jacket. I am obsessed with this jacket. I kind of wish I would have brought it with me, but I wanted to pack as little as possible, but you could totally bring something like this, or kind of go for like a moto jacket style would be equally cute as well. I love this outfit and I feel so Parisian chic in it. I think the navy mixed with the black works so well. And yeah, so I did actually bring this entire outfit with me minus the boots, and I did wear this outfit with some Converse tennis shoes, and then I kind of swapped things around and added some black trousers for a dinner date night look. I think this is really chic and really cute, but for winter time, like hardcore November, wintertime, I wouldn't necessarily wear a thin blouse like this. It's the original Valentine blouse from Saison, and I've paired it with my boucle jacket from H&M. So kind of recreating that look from, you know, practicing Parisian. I think this is an awesome outfit. You would definitely need to wear some thicker layers internally and externally. So anytime you see me wearing the boots in this video, just assume that I wore a more flat boot. Okay, this is the outfit I wanted to show you guys. I'm so excited about. This is a thrifted blazer I've had for many years now, and it looks very Christian Dior to me, and it kind of ballet core, so chic and classic. This would be a fantastic casual but chic date night outfit. So if you want to go on a lovely date with your partner and your spouse, and you don't necessarily want to pack a ton of stuff, this would be really great. This could act as your top, and then you could layer a jacket over the top. I love this piece, and I do plan on wearing it a ton throughout the fall and winter myself. But again, here in Knoxville, it is a lot warmer in the winter than it is in Paris. You want to be warm as a tourist. So think about your warmth, and if you're going to go on a date night, maybe take an Uber. Next up, I've got a really wearable winter outfit for Paris in November. This is a wool blazer mixed with a cashmere turtleneck and jeans. So this blazer is vintage Jones, New York, and then I'm wearing a lily silk cashmere turtleneck with my favorite And Other Stories jeans. This would be perfect. You probably need another layer underneath for the winter weather. Okay, so this was my date night look that I did actually wear on a date with my husband. I did pair it with my brand new Saison boots, which are not featured in this video because I bought them in Paris. And we actually went on a date in the hotel, which is kind of cheesy, but it was actually so fantastic. And I felt very comfortable, so I could just wear this blouse and pants. But if you were going out on your own, I would say like 100% bring your jacket, wear warm layers, maybe wear some tights underneath your pants to add some extra warmth, a really good tip. The thing is, if you're being 100% tourist mode and you're walking a ton and you still want to look cute, you can do that. You just have to layer really well so you don't get sick or you don't get overly cold or tired, because it will be raining and it will be super cold while you're there. Okay, so I wanted to swap the look around a little bit, imagining that I'm packing for Paris. So I did kind of just recreate a look from before, and I added the boucle blazer, which I think is actually so sweet and a really fun look to wear if you're just hanging out and going to museums and stuff like that. It is a little formal, and I think I saw a ton of formality while I was in Paris. I also saw a ton of people dressed very casually. So I'm gonna do a whole video on what I actually saw women wearing in Paris, which was kind of a revelation for me. So something this fancy would maybe be too fancy. Like I would swap out the bag and swap out the boots, but you could totally still wear this and look completely normal, like you're fitting in. But it is quite a fun look, kind of done up if you think. Okay, so I'm kind of rambling now, but I do love this cashmere sweater from Frame. I got this on ThredUp years ago, and I wish I would have brought it with me to Paris, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. And again, I'm going to do a whole video on what I packed for Paris and what I wore to Paris. But this would be a fantastic layering piece because it's very comfortable. It's extremely comfortable, but it's really warm. So you could pair it with a heavier weight trench coat. I think something like this would be nice. But I do believe that one little fun, wearable tip that I got for myself, just kind of feedback for myself while I was in Paris, is that this trench coat, although it works great for me in Knoxville because of the size, I don't need to layer a lot underneath. I did feel like it was actually too small. So I think when you're looking for the proper coat, you need to size up. Okay, so I've paired the same sweater with the Donna Karan like cropped jacket. I think this is adorable. I love this outfit, and I think I would completely recreate this and wear this all winter long for myself. But again, I'm just trying to give you guys ideas of what you could potentially pack with you to Paris. Some great key pieces that I think you should not skip are heavy sweaters like this. They're somewhat heavy, but they're somewhat lightweight. They're that perfect middle weight in my opinion. They've got a lot of warmth to them because they're 100% natural fibers, but they're also just really, really packable. Like you can roll these up and put them in your suitcase and kind of get lots of wear out of them. And I want you to refer back to the style inspiration from Instagram because they are real women. If you haven't watched the Parisian style 10x10 capsule wardrobe challenge videos, then you have to go check those out right now, because if you are planning a trip to Paris for 10 days and you want to know what to pack for a 10-day trip to Paris, then those are going to help you out so much. I promise you, you will not regret checking those out. 10 pieces, 25 outfits, it's unbeatable. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I'm so grateful for you, and you need to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you don't miss a video. I so appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the comments section.